So we have Brother Bacchus with us. Put your hands together.
Thank you, Sister Bishop Alan Marisho, Pastor Mary, ministers, church. Well, this is the first time I'm sure that most of you, if not all, is hearing this voice. My name is Osrick Bacchus, and I am here to testify what God would have done in my life through our bishop, and at this stage in my life and in my development, who I consider my father, my spiritual father. Church, I was one, as you heard testimonies from the brothers or any man in this church, that when you are in the world, what could happen? There are three or more ingredients when you are in the world, and I'm talking as a man. And when you are in the world, you are exposed to lying, you are exposed to gambling, you are exposed to women, and you are exposed to a number of things. And I am no exception. I am no exception, church. When my wife, and I am proud to stand up here in front of the church and say, my wife. I am proud to say that this morning, church. I might have used the word wife before, but everybody, there are words that people just use. But when I say my wife at this point in time, it has meaning. It has meaning, and it has purpose. And I understand what a wife is supposed to be. What I could say, she was always a wife, but I probably was not an husband. But I know she was always a wife. Church, when my wife was invited to this church with a friend on a Thursday evening, and when she came back home, she started telling me that this pastor, you have this pastor who preaching, taking off his shirt in his jersey and preaching and casting out demons. It was interesting to her, but it was not interesting to me. And church, she keep coming. But for some reason, I was not interested. I was not interested, but she keep coming and she keep persevering. Until I observed that she's coming late. We are living in a Rima, and the hour she might be coming after 8, 9, 10. She's coming home late. And something touched me really and said, hey, you know what? Let me go and be a companion to her, just to come back home in the night, because I probably don't like the idea she traveling late in the night coming by herself. And that is when I came to this church. When I entered this church with skepticism, because as I explained before, the purpose of coming was not for God. The purpose of coming was to accompany my wife back home when the service is over. So you could imagine that if I come in this church to accompany my wife when the service is over, how will I feel sitting there and the church is empty, the service not over? So for the first couple of occasions, you could understand my predicament. I call it predicament. But there is something about, Pastor would have mentioned it, that once you walk through that door, you will not leave the same person. The same person. Yes, I witnessed what was happening. demons were being cast out, but something about the pastor, my brothers and sisters, that I keep focusing on. You know, I come to the church and I sat there, let me go back, it's 2.5 years since my wife started coming to this church. 2.5 years. But I became a member of this church through water baptism in April this year. And church, every time the bishop will speak, it seems as though he was touching me in some way or the other. He was touching me. And when I left, and even during the week, because that was on a Thursday, and then she started coming on a Sunday, but she came a couple Sundays without me. I said, there's something, because church, I came from a family. I have 2 ministers in the family, 2 brothers who are ministers. In this church, that although you know about God, you know they say that you have a form of religious godliness. But when you come to this church, you understand what the first thing that hits me is love. Because love is an overused word by many people. But there is something about love that, and I'm proud to say now, my bishop. I'm proud to say my bishop. The way he explains it, the way he expresses it, that, you see, there were some times when I was probably searching also. So which means there was something inside the day that I was searching for. But when I came through that door, brothers and sisters, church, something tells me, as the guy you say, you're rich. You're rich. Because every time Pastor will explain certain things, he was talking to me in some form or the other. In some form or the other, he was talking to me. And quite recently, a couple of weeks ago, he talked about marriage. And when you have a third party in the marriage, how it affects the relationship. And church, I sat here, I came to this church, and that is why I can say that a number of people know me. Only a few who were probably going back home, so I might be given a ride or as the case may be. But I'm standing before you all, and I guess it might be a strange face. But church, there is something that takes place in this church in my life. And I am here today, today's Thanksgiving, and I'm here to thank God that I walked through that door. Thank God that my wife encourages me to walk through that door. Because you know what? There is a feeling. Now, Christ affects people in different ways. But the way that it affects me, there is a peace. There is a contentment. That is my blessing in this church. There's a peace, there's a contentment that when I operate during the day, you understand? And I start asking what it is. Right? The thing about it is that my friends and colleagues, I could talk to them in a different way. Without telling them anything. They will observe that, hey, Osrick, what is wrong with you? Something is happening. Right? I have a brother who, and that was quite interesting though. I have a brother, is 14 of us. I'm from Tobago, by the way. 40 months, so we have 2 or 3 that go pretty close. And I have this brother who, he likes coming by me. And that, I don't know if he will come back now. Because the reason for coming by me, he said, Osrick, you are the only one who's to alcohol. So when he come by me, he don't have to go nowhere else. Right? But when he go by the others, my dad go the road and buy. Church, my dad go and buy now. Not mine. And in talking to him on the phone, because he's still in Tobago, and he likes calling me. Right? He likes calling me. And one day he said, I think the church would have came by me for my 62nd birthday or something like that. And he was there. And in our discussion now, a day he come and he say, wait, Osrick baptized. I said, well, why you say that? He said, because you're talking about this man who came on by you kind of often, you understand? And the kind of things you say, something happened. But at the time, I wasn't baptized at the time. But it so happened that 2 weeks ago, he asked me the same question in talking. Now when I told him, I said, look, yes, I am baptized. I am a child of God. I tried to explain to him my experience. Church, my family, something happens. And Pastor would have said it many times, that when the head is not right, it affects the body. And my family, my wife came into this church, and I heard Pastor tell her a couple times, talking that you're not looking happy. In those days, you're not happy, you're not looking happy. I thought I was providing everything, you know. You have a job, you lack of anything. You understand? But when you reflect that what I was doing and the effect it was having on my family is, church, when you're outside there, you are blinded, you know. When you're outside, you are blinded. One recipe for being in the world, that, from my experience, is lie. You have to lie. Because if you have your wife and you have a relationship with someone else, in order to continue that relationship, you have to lie to somebody. Plenty lie. And that's me. So much so, my brothers and sisters. Now, my friends used to laugh at this. And it's the weird things that you keep on doing. I wanted to go out a weekend. I'll give you two stories. I know my time is short. I wanted to go out. I went out Friday. I think I went out Wednesday. Thursday. Friday, I wanted to go out Saturday. Right? So you start laying the foundation for going out. So you start talking from way back. My friends supposed to go XYZ place. Right? But deep down in your heart, you know you have no friend to call. But you keep on saying and talking hard for her to hear. How come them fellas ain't call me yet? Church, when you make a certain hour, when the devil decides, well, look, you have to do it. I put on the clothes, the dress, and you know what? I tell her. When them guys call, tell them I leave already. Church, the first telephone booth I reach, with paper and all kind of thing in my mouth, I call for me at home. I call for me at home. And when I heard my wife said, he was waiting for you all the time, he gone, I was happy. I was a happy man. The coast clear, passport stamp. But church, and I didn't relate that to my friends, my partners, as they say, and they laugh. And they say, well, that's a good thing. But church, when you look back at those things, when you look back at the pain that I would have caused to the one that God would have chosen for me, I am able to say this now because there's a change. I'm able to say this now and talk boldly because there's a change. And it is not a good thing to hurt someone, that now that you are seeing she was faithful all along. She was faithful. I know she was faithful. I wasn't the unfaithful one, brothers and sisters. But I thank God. I thank God that I came here. And it's not only coming here, you know, but to meet with God. Because Pastor keep on saying he's no servant of God. He's a friend. But Pastor, I'm a servant for you. I will reach different stage. I'm still developing. And but my aim is to reach that friend stage, because as Pastor will say, friend does know everything. When you are servant, there are certain things that you can't know. And that is where I want to reach. I want to reach to be a friend. Pastor, you wouldn't know, because I'm not a talker. But I reflect. Every time I come to this church and Pastor will preach, it comes like, and I told my brother, my wife named Martha anyway. I told my brother, you know, one day I went to take gas in the vehicle. And as I took the gas and I told my brother, I said, Baba, you know, this thing is funny, you know, because you tend to analyze and put things in perspective. In other words, whatever word I get here, I try to apply it in my life through the week. Because the thing about it is that Christianity is a way of life. I don't understand it. It's a way of life. It is not seasonal. It is a way of life. So I was telling her, I said, you know what? You know what came to me after I put in that gas? You know, you put in the gas, when you fill your tank, you feel comfortable that you could travel without shutting down. Without shutting down. I said, you know, it's the same thing. When you come to the church, you come like you come to refill. You come to refill. And when you get that refill, you could go comfortable. And I'm saying ever so often, because that one refill the gas will start to go down. And you'll have to go and refill again. And that's what I'm saying, that we need to keep coming, my brothers and sisters. I'm talking about me, because I am here to confess that I will keep coming to this church, because I have a pastor who teaches me how to live. He teaches me how to love. He teaches me, and he lives by example. I think that is what I admire most. He lived by example. And I was saying that, hey, if what I am feeling, people are experiencing, and I know this is not it, this is not the end, you know. Because the feeling that you get, I'm saying, if this feels so good, Bacchus, what were you doing with your life? What were you doing with your life? I heard comments from even Mama, a couple of weeks ago, I don't know if she expected me to hear it, but I don't think she was talking to me. And she said she know how she was going back. I felt good when I heard that. I felt good when I heard that, but I'm saying something is happening. Without telling anybody, people just observe your action, your behavior, because the Bible says, or the songwriter said, the things I used to do, I do them no more. And once you don't do it anymore, somebody must observe. Somebody must observe what is going on with this man. What is wrong with this man? So, Pastor, many speakers mention that you're here to empty hell and full heaven. I am one who take out from hell. And I thank you for that. You see, I was thinking about this. Sister Woodell, there with me. When I heard what went on before, the history of this church, what pastor would have gone through, the way I was feeling out before, you can imagine how I feel now. You can imagine how I feel now because I wasn't part of the history. I didn't know I only focused on when I started coming here and what I was feeling. But now you understand that this is a true man of God. There's no denying it. And I start thinking that when Jesus was on the earth and he walking with Peter, James and John, that was God walking because Jesus is God. You understand? And I start feeling the same way when I walk with Bishop because Jesus moving through Bishop. God moving through the Bishop. And I start feeling that, hey, I experiencing what Peter experienced because I'm seeing it here. I am seeing, and the Bishop would have said it, same thing that Jesus was doing. He's doing it. Church, I was skeptical. I thought I know it all. I had to explain things, explain the Bible. But when I start coming here and hear the Bishop explain the Bible and certain verses in the Bible, I said, no. I said, no. What were you doing before? You thought you know. You thought you're right. But church, I don't know about you. I don't know about you. I know about me. And just coming, sitting, taking in the word is, look now. Look. Bishop said something and I want to say, Bishop will have to touch me. When I say Bishop will have to touch me, Bishop have the spirit to move to touch me. But the reason I'm saying that is that the way I feel after Bishop preached the word, and that is why I'm saying that. And I came with the assurance that because you know, if something really go wrong with you or you really gone back, he will know. He will know. So anytime I walk out, knowing the life and the path that I'm going along, I come here and Bishop and touch me and I walk back, I say, I'm good. I say, I'm good. Because if something is wrong and I'm doing something wrong, I wasn't going to walk through that door without he telling me. And that is my satisfaction, church. That is my satisfaction. He is my bishop. And I'm telling you, because I'm a baby. Because the reason why I'm saying I'm a baby, I was born on the 28th of April. I was born on the 28th of April. So I'm a baby. But you know what? You know today, I thank God that I am here today. Because I feel like I was here 15 years. That is how they make you feel in this church. I feel as though I was there 15 years too. And that gives life to a story in the Bible, and I'm closing in. That gives life to a story in the Bible about the man or the master who have gone out 6 o'clock in the morning, Pastor, God forgive me, and tell him to go in his vineyard to work for a penny, I think it is. And he went out 12 o'clock and take someone and say, you're going to work for a penny. And he went out 6 o'clock and tell him you're going for a penny. Now I am 6 o'clock. I'm at 6 o'clock. But what I'm glad about is the same penny. That is what I'm glad about. It's the same penny. Because if it wasn't the same penny, I might have done like Judas because I miss out on things. But thank God, church, thank God. And I know as time goes on, I will probably get the courage to come back up and testify at somewhere else. But today, I give thanks. I give thanks for the bishop. I give thanks for Pastor Mary. You don't know. And I don't know it because your name is Pastor Mary and my name is my wife's name is Ma, but kind of close. Kind of close. So that is why sometimes I will be telling her, look, listen. I had to do like Pastor Mary, you hear Bishop say. You know? No, sometimes I had to nudge a little bit. You understand? But she could hit me at many areas. I have to be careful how I'm going on that way. But Bishop, church, I am overjoyed. I am overjoyed. And I could say without contradiction, please, and I have no place to go. Bishop, I have no place to go. Because what you have done for me, what you have done for my life, is that I could live it anywhere, any part of the world that I go. I could live for Jesus. Because you have taught me. Church, but let me end. And I just want to quote, it's Philippians 13:14. Let me quote. And that's to tell you where I am. That's me. And it says, it reads, brethren, I will say to you, I do not regard myself as having hold of it yet. But one thing I do know, forgetting what lies behind and reaching forward to what lies ahead. That's me. That's me. I press on to the goal, towards the goal for the prize of the upward call of God in Jesus Christ. And I will add to, I want to be his friend too. Thank you, brothers and sisters.